Welcome. We're all back again for the podcast. This is episode whatever the fuck it is now. And here we are. We're getting ready to line up some questions and answers and, you know, all that normal jizz jazz.
The jizz jet. All right, who wants to go first?
Charles.
Hold on, announcement, the poop is still there.
I vote Charles.
The poop is still on the sidewalk. There's still a little bit.
I'll vote myself.
It's not all gone. Anyway.
If you could bring anything back from extinction, what would it be?
Dodo bird.
That's a pretty fucking solid one.
Easy question.
Dodo bird or maybe like the fucking carrier pigeon.
Dodo bird or Gigantopithecus, but I mean...
What the hell is that?
Yeah, tell me what that is.
It's a giant orangutan, essentially.
Oh, okay.
You want a giant orangutan?
They're like huge, like...
When did it live?
2 or 3 meters.
Is this one like there was a lot of oxygen in the environment?
Yeah.
Well, then it wouldn't survive.
No, but I mean, like, we're not talking about, like, bringing it into, like, real world, are we? Like, we're saying, like,
you said bring it back
into, like, okay, now it's alive now. Like,
you have to bring it in, like...
Hypothetically, it could survive again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You have to put them in an oxygen cage.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like, okay.
Like a giant
just put them in the
sloth.
oxygen-enriched environment.
Or you just have to, like, bring him out with, like, a fucking, like, respirator on his face. Like, he can't breathe out here in the normal air.
Mm-hmm. So, explain the dodo bird. Why the dodo bird?
I like the dodo.
Because they're fucking awesome and adorable.
Because the thing is, the dodo bird didn't know...
I think they're cool.
They didn't know. It was kind of...
I don't even like birds. I think they're cool.
They didn't have any natural predators that we didn't recognize. They didn't recognize us, so they'd just go up to wild dodo birds and it'd be like, hello? And yeah, that's a pretty good one.
Yeah.
I can't really think of...
Gigantopithecus if I can kill us because they're fucking huge, but like...
Would it kill us? You think that's what his thought was?
Man. I think they'd probably kill us.
Why would it kill us?
Why not? Because we're little?
Well, like, it's not like...
Maybe they'd think you're babies.
That would be cool.
No. It'd cradle you and it's... How big is this thing?
Get rid of
Just appeal to the Jake.
Yeah. It would cradle you like a fucking baby.
That would be badass, actually.
I don't know. I don't think it would kill... I don't think its first thing would be like, me kill. I figure it probably wasn't hunt people down status.
No, I mean, they're just... But it's like any other ape, you know? I mean, like, you get up in their territory, they'll kill you.
Ooh, I bring maybe back the Galapagos turtle. Tortoise.
Okay.
Galapagos tortoise.
I can't find, like, a good size comparison of one.
Because the last one just died a little while ago.
But, I mean, like, here's a
really?
some bamboo.
Was it, like, in the news and stuff?
Remember, who Lonesome George is? How big is he?
I'm trying to find a size comparison.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But Lonesome George was like the last Galapagos
Here we
tortoise, and they tried to find a bunch of like anybody for him to mate with, but they were all the wrong species, and he died.
Wow.
And it was
That's
so
a shame.
sad, and he was just this old tortoise.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think maybe him.
So they even have... I found a size comparison. And they even have Chewbacca on here as a reference.
All right, well,
Of course.
say it out to people so that we can.
Chewbacca, eastern lowland gorillas, humans, and orangutans.
Mm-hmm.
Well, tell them a
3.5
comparison.
meters.
Yeah, 3.5 meters tall. So it's
3.5 meters tall.
it's probably... Chewbacca's a little over half the height.
No.
That's it.
540 kilograms?
That's it. It's a big boy.
That is a big boy.
Yeah.
So who would you bring back, Charles?
Neanderthals.
Why? We already killed them back in the day, Charles.
Well, you know.
Well, some of us still have some genetic material there.
We got a little bit of them. A little
Yeah.
lingering.
Yeah. Because it would just be interesting. That's why.
I think it would be interesting.
Would they be able to adapt to modern technology?
No. They were pretty dumb, weren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why humanoids killed them out.
We were like the original bullies. It's like, fuck you, Neanderthal. Like, Duh.
Well, we bred with them, so I mean, I don't know.
We did
Yeah.
fuck them. See? We fucked them, then we fucked them.
There's a decent amount of Neanderthal
Yeah, this is a good amount.
genetics in people.
It's interesting that we were able to crossbreed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But
It was mostly in Europe and Asia, I think.
yeah. I think weren't they like cold weather?
Yeah, they
Kinda
were
boys, like-
Europe's.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We were from Africa.
Then we came over and we fucked them up. We're the invasive species, bitch.
Yeah. And people don't like it when other invasive species happen. When
Yeah.
we
We were the originals. Even
no,
American.
not originals. There were plenty of invasive species.
Oh,
before
okay.
humans.
We
That's
did
true.
it the best.
We did it the fucking best.
We
That's
did it
right.
the best.
Even
Yes, I'll give you that.
even the Native Americans, where it's like they were here before. No.
They were here before other people.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like the only livestock they had that like could actually do work was those.
Did they have livestock?
Yeah, they had livestock, but well, not really.
Well,
Like, not-
They didn't like have.
what do you
traditional
say? What
livestock.
animal do they have in place? Like the best, closest thing?
the closest thing to like a horse or
Yeah.
a working
You're
animal.
gonna say something? Yeah.
They did have horses, but they didn't like.
Like, aren't they, like, shitty
didn't
little
have
horses?
did they?
No.
They used horses, but they didn't like.
Didn't find
They didn't
horses.
like tame them and like keep them. Like they release them and everything. They rode them around though.
Were there horses?
I have no goddamn clue because I don't know.
I know they rode them around.
I have no idea.
I don't think they actually like kept them and like moved them with the tribe and everything though. They weren't like actual like pets.
Yeah, but were they actually?
Is a
here
horse a
before?
pet, really, though? Do you call it a pet? Because once you move into, like, a livestock kind of...
It's livestock.
I
wouldn't
mean,
call
like,
it
it's
pet.
not really like a... Like, when you... It's like, it's my pet horse. It sounds
That's
kind of weird.
It's I don't know. Horses are kind of like a weird like on the line for me. Like I think
it falls
a lot of
squarely
people-
Like,
into
what...
livestock.
It's not an animal that is like, it's my pet horse.
well, I know, but you don't like. For me, like the reason like it's on the line for me. Like even though it is very livestocky, is that it's like you don't get milk or anything from it. Like it's not like
They do work.
It works.
it,
That,
works.
it's a work animal.
It
but,
pulls
like,
your shit.
Is there a size limit on what you can call a pet? Because, like, there's people that have a pet hippo, and
Yeah,
you wouldn't
people
think
have-
that's weird
pet hippo is cool.
to call it a pet.
No,
But it would be weird to call a horse a pet.
see, I don't know. I call a horse a pet.
I feel like it's weirder
I
to
would-
call it a pet than, like, it's
But the
my
thing,
pet
I wouldn't
dog.
call a cow a pet. You know what I mean? Like even if it was like an indoor cow that like they.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying with horse.
I
I'm
would
kind of
still
lumped
call
them
that not-
together.
Call that a pet.
Yeah.
I'd call a pig a pet.
Yeah.
I call it
Potbelly pigs or
I don't.
like pocket pigs.
like a
I-
pet chicken.
Why would no? That's all livestock.
You wouldn't. What about a pet chicken?
Livestock.
A pet parrot.
Well, it doesn't really matter. I mean, like if you go into
I don't know. It's like weird.
It's
I
like
don't know.
the person's relationship with the
yeah, I mean, like
Okay.
if you go
more
into
than
like
that is what it's capable of.
like
I-
if you go
I-
into endless space, they have that one that's like, oh, pets are livestock. You know, it's like
Yeah.
pets are food. It's
Well, I'd be more inclined to
whatever
call
you choose it to be.
it my friend than a pet, like a horse. This is my friend Horsey. You know what I mean?
So we're
Wait, where are we going with this?
I don't know. I was just getting to the bottom of what you guys feel should be called a pet.
I think it's down to the relationship between the person and the animal.
yeah.
Would you
Because
back?
like for example, like I might say that like if I like had a pet like pig, but I also kept pigs, I would say the pigs that I was like just keeping would be livestock, but like I'd have that pet pig. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like one's just there for like spoiling and like having companionship with. The other ones are just animals that I sell for meat. You know what I mean? It's a different connection that you have with the animal.
How about plural?
Yeah, that
Like,
makes sense.
would you say okay? So you have 3 dogs, right?
Uh-huh.
So if you have 3 dogs, would you say this isn't my pack? You say they're my pets.
Right. you'd
What are
say-
you getting at here?
I'm
I would
just
definitely say they're my
curious
pets.
about semantics. So like if you had like pet chickens, you have 3 pet chickens. Would you say this is my flock of chickens or my pet chickens?
The flock of pet chickens, because
Flock
it's
of-
just an.
Because it's
a
still
group.
a flock. Just
That's
'cause
it
it's-
doesn't
So
matter.
what, but then you say it's my pack of pet dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, technically, yeah.
My
Because-
murder
because
of pet
that-
crows.
That would work,
Yeah.
but I mean, like, it's weird to say it that way, but technically, yeah.
Would you
And
call?
all it is a group of animals, and you're applying that name to the pet. So yeah.
What about my
Right.
my school of pet fish?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Your small school of 2 pet fish
Okay.
and a snail.
All right.
Why is that unusual for you?
I don't know. I'm just wrapping my it's all about meaning and stuff for me. About like he tried to swim into the filter end. I mean the out end. He was dumb. Anyway,
He's a fish, Lawrence.
you want to go next, Jake? I think
Uh,
we've exhausted this question pretty well.
okay, so if you could choose any environment that you could survive in,
That we
like-
can't survive in?
yeah, or like if you could just like live there, like
On
if you-
Earth?
Sure, or anywhere. Doesn't matter. You could be in space or something. I don't care. But like if you could breathe underwater, or if you could survive,
Are we saying survive or like live?
live.
Okay. So sustain
I said,
yourself.
yeah, like you could comfortably exist in said environment and not really have to worry about a whole lot of environmental hazards that would come along with it.
Mm.
I think
Like if there's water, you could breathe underwater. You could swim through it easily. You could.
one environment.
Yeah. So I mean, it doesn't mean you can't go outside said environment.
But just
But
like one that
that's-
is inhospitable to humans.
Yeah, but that's one that you can live in. So like you could still go like where humans go, but
Okay.
that's somewhere you could live. That
Well,
I couldn't.
here's what I'm thinking. Like low oxygen environment would be cool. Either like low or no oxygen, because then it'd be space. Or just like up high altitudes. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. I think I'd go with extremely low temperatures.
Yeah, it was a debate for me between like extremely low temperatures or like volcanoes, like in lava.
Yeah.
You can't go into lava.
You could if you fucking had this ability.
Mm.
So you could live in lava.
He's going
You
for
can't-
the
well,
supernatural type.
Okay, because the thing is, you don't sink into lava.
Right.
But
Well, I'm
you
saying,
like
you could,
you
walk on the lava. Maybe you're
Oh, you
like,
just hang out on the lava.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, you could like sleep
Just
on the
nude,
lava,
like just
whatever.
lying on your back
Yeah.
on the lava. Like,
Yeah,
it's so refreshing.
yeah.
So either like I think a space environment would be cool. Like if you could just survive outside in the void without
Like
having to.
And like for like the lava one, you'd be able to breathe like the sulfuric gas and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like a twofer. You can sustain the heat, and you can also breathe in the environment.
Yeah.
Either that, I think ocean exploration would be cool. If you got, but then it'd be fucking spooky though.
Yeah, and then how long are you gonna spend down
Something's
there?
gonna
Like
get
if you're not,
you.
if you just gotta swim back up.
Something gonna eat you. Well, not because a lot of the things down there are really tiny and shitty.
True, because they have to survive all this
Yeah.
pressure.
Well, you gotta be careful of parasites too.
Well, how are they gonna get to you? Because they're not adapted to you.
Well, that doesn't mean. Well,
I
that's
don't
how
know.
invasive
I don't know.
species are. You know, they're not
I-
adapted to that particular.
I
environment.
think there's problems with every scenario, but the water one's fucking spooky because you go down and you can't see shit, and maybe like fucking
You got a jellyfish nest starting in your armpit.
nest. What?
The polyps or whatever it is, the baby ones.
Yeah,
I can't remember what they're called.
the polyps. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, that's Jake's question. Do we want to?
Did you ask a question? I can't remember.
Me?
He hasn't yet.
Yeah.
No, you went and then Jake went.
Okay.
So, my question is, what's your tipping point for being like you feel guilty for killing a man? So let's say you and some other guy killed a man. You feel like you both had an equal share in killing the guy, and you're definitely both guilty. At what point do you not feel guilty? 10 people equally killing a man, or 20 people, or 100 people?
Oh, you mean like how little of the blame?
Yeah,
Split between
it's like
you?
what? Yeah. So let's say there's a room of 100 people, and you all press a button, and if you all press the button, the guy dies. So you all pressed the button, and the guy died. You all had an equal share, but how? At what point do you not feel like you're fucking like not guilty anymore? You're like, it wasn't me.
It depends on.
They were talking
what
about
the-
how many people
why
have to
we
kill this
killed
person.
him. Like what?
I just kill him, just some guy, random guy.
We don't know anything about
Yeah,
it.
we don't know anything about his
I don't know,
character.
I
You
think
just
I'd
fucking
always
kill
feel
him.
guilty.
Even if it was with you and a million people.
Yeah.
All of you press the button.
Yep. I mean, I'm not saying that other people weren't guilty. I'm just saying that I still am part of it, and I was still guilty.
Well, then, in a sense, you're guilty. Do you feel guilty about killing terrorists? Because you had a direct hand in that by paying taxes.
Direct hand. It's not. It's
Well,
direct.
I mean, you enabled it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, like, not necessarily, but
That's quite a bit different than
Well, I'm just saying.
directly being part
You-
of
Yeah.
killing somebody.
like that. No matter how much you diminish it, and Jake, for Jake, it's like he had a part. If he hadn't pressed that button, that guy wouldn't have died.
Well, and the thing is too, like, even if it was a terrorist, like, I think I'd still feel guilty. I don't know if I necessarily would, like, I don't know if I would, like, feel, like, I mean, like, I'd recognize my guilt in what happened, but I wouldn't feel bad about it.
No.
But I mean, I think I'd it's like, it was definitely partially my fault. So, yeah.
Yeah.
And I think I'd always feel guilty, but I mean, it's a matter of, like,
Well, at what point do you not feel guilty for something that, maybe like a butterfly effect? If you did something, and of course you wouldn't know it, but if in this scenario you know it, you looked at someone the wrong way and then they went home and it would led to their death somehow. Would you feel guilty about that? Like if you had not done anything, if
maybe
you had,
a little bit, but probably less so, because, like, I mean, like, if I knew that it was my fault or partially my fault, I'd still be guilty of said thing, but I wouldn't.
Okay, so you
feel
just
as
like
bad about it because it's like something I would have done anyway, and I didn't know.
Oh, here's a scenario. Okay, so you're walking down the street, you see another guy, and you say hello, and he says, "Oh, hi," and then you just keep walking, and he goes his way, and you go your way, and then later on, he's driving down the freeway, and he's like, "Ah, what a nice guy that was today," and he's daydreaming, like remembering the moment, and then that causes him to swerve onto incoming traffic, and it kills him and the other person in a car, and you were directly. Like, if you had not have said hi, you just would have been like, "Oh, I'm going home to my wife and kids." But now he's dead. Do you feel guilty for that? And you, like, of course you wouldn't know, but you in this scenario, you know.
No, I don't know. I mean, a little bit, but not really. I mean, it's like I said before, it's 'cause it's like I recognize my guilt in what happened, but it's not like I would have done it.
Okay, well,
It's guilt and responsibility.
what about if you
Exactly.
knew? What happens if you knew this
I
guy?
wasn't responsible for it, but it's definitely.
What happens if you
my
knew
fault.
this guy? He was like a fucking one of your good friends.
It's gonna be the same, Lawrence.
It wouldn't matter how much you knew him.
No, because my fault in it is the same, regardless of how well I know the person.
Okay.
I'm agreeing with Jake on this because you can know that you played a part in doing this, but
Not necessarily feel bad or like, I don't know, beat yourself up for it. You know what I mean?
I don't know.
Because I mean, it's like, oh yeah, like he died because I did this thing, but it's like, I had no idea that was gonna happen, and I would have done that again anyway.
yeah, you can't
'Cause I
worry
wouldn't have
about
known
being
that, yeah.
like
I
not
think
saying
it was-
hi to everyone you meet.
I
Because
recognize
that
my
can
fault
happen.
in it, but
Well,
I don't
anyway,
beat myself up about it.
For me, at least, back to the original scenario, pressing the button.
Mhm.
I think it's specifically like a case, like I have to be there and have to actually experience it to feel if I would feel guilt about doing it. But I'd say maybe the tipping point's maybe about 20 people.
Yeah.
Like a council, good amount of people. I think if I had to put a number on it, I think 20. Which is shockingly low in a lot of cases, but 20 people doing one thing together. How do you think the courts would charge for that? Like if you all pressed a button and killed a guy,
Well, again,
how would they deal with that?
it would come down to motive.
You all just killed a guy for the hell of it. Boop. Would they all charge you equally for the death of this one guy? It's interesting because then be like, oh, about 20 people maybe. Well, what happens if it's like 1,000 people that all equally press the button? How would the court do that? It's like, 25
well, then
years
there's
for everybody.
clearly something bigger going on.
Technically, they'd all be guilty of manslaughter, but
Yeah, but would the court be like...
Like, not murder directly, but they'd all be considered part of, they'll be manslaughter charges.
I don't know.
It depends on the circumstance. Like, is it premeditated? Or did you all, like, see a guy like, okay, that's the one.
We all planned to do it. Well, actually, I don't know how it would work. You'd have to ask like a fucking lawyer or some shit. Anyway, so that's my question. Yeah, Charles, what do you want to do? Rumble up another one of your goddams?
Goddams.
Goddamn.
Yeah, I didn't come up with a very good one for the second one, so.
Yeah, I didn't really come up with a good one for mine either. But
what's your least favorite baby animal?
Oh. You know my least favorite baby animal? I have to think about that for a second. I think humans. Humans are pretty worthless. Like, you think about it. Fucking baby humans are worthless until at
least like 2.
Yeah.
At 2 they can start like.
You cannot, provided I don't have a kid and be like, it'll all change when you have a fucking kid. But you can't convince me that like any baby under the age of 2 is not just a worse pet than like a dog or something. Because like all it does is just shit and sit there and cry.
He smiles at you sometimes and will like grab your finger.
Yeah, but the dog wants to go walkies, and it'll go play with you.
I don't want to go walkies with that dog.
Oh, cool. Maybe it just wants to play and be friendly with you.
I'd rather
and it understands the basic respect, basic commands and stuff. You're like, "Hello, dog," and you say its name, and the baby will just like, I don't know. I think baby humans are pretty bad.
You don't like the amount of care and responsibility
for a baby human.
Uh-huh.
I've never even had to deal with a baby human really, and I don't fucking want to.
Yeah.
Not by myself. See, yeah. So baby humans, and if I had to pick like an animal that's not a human, I don't know. Let me think about it, Jake. You want to go next?
Spiders.
Just
not because I dislike the babies, but just because they get everywhere.
I can see that just
it's
annoying.
like, oh, fucking, there's another goddamn web. Like, they're just spewing all everywhere. They're annoying in that fact, but I don't care about them other than that.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's a lot of shitty baby animals.
They're just annoying to me. Like,
I'll have to go with maggots, because
I don't like maggots, but I appreciate what they're around for.
Mm-hmm.
I think maggots are cool.
So you think there was like a difference? Like, you think they're cool? I appreciate. Like, I don't like them, but I liked what they do. And Charles is like, they're fucking gross.
Yep.
I don't know. I don't like baby swallows. They're ugly.
Baby swallows, yeah.
Yeah, like, they get the big fucking gross mouth, and they're just schlumpy.
Oh, yeah, they're like really big.
Yeah, and their eyes aren't open, and then you're like, "What's up?" And they're like, open their mouth, and it's like, fucking throw open my mouth. I need food. Mm-hmm. So they're pretty bad. I don't know. Baby pandas are pretty shitty. Not that I dislike them that much, but they're just like little pink things, right? You seen them?
No, I haven't seen them.
Okay, well,
they
come out. They just come out, and they're just like this, like pinky-sized little pink fucker. Jake can show you.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, they're just basically worthless, and they have to climb up or whatever. I think the same thing with kangaroo joeys.
They climb up into the pouch.
Yeah.
And suck on the...
Worthless. Yeah. I don't know. I don't like human babies, man. Maybe it's not the human baby. I think it's probably like the moms, insufferable moms, more than the human baby. Because we grew up around like a lot of those moms that are like
cutesy pictures of like once they've been out for. Oh, there we go.
Ugly little gross pink panda babies.
Huh? Yeah.
Let me see it. They're even smaller than that.
Yeah,
that's like that guy's been around a few days.
It's been out for a couple. There's another one. It's got less hair.
As soon as they come out, they're just gross and horrible and pink.
Yeah, they look
got
gross.
less hair now. This one.
Yep. All right, so that's that's that question.
All right, Jake, you got your second one?
I can go if you're not ready.
No, I did. I had one.
Think about it. Think about it.
Remember.
I forgot. Now you go.
All right.
I had one though.
All right. What kind of farmer would you be and why? Keeping in mind the stereotypes that certain kind of farmers have. You'd be a farmer of anything.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess, like, what's your primary farming thing? You guys think about it for a while?
Bitcoins.
No.
I think Charles is only gonna go for berries.
What kind of berry? I personally would pick cranberries. Cranberry farmer. Because that's pretty fucking sweet.
Those are cool.
Yeah, like they flood their field.
Water, yeah.
Yeah.
That is.
And they have their little like gator things, and they just like walk around in the water and they push the fucking cranberries on the surface.
That is pretty cool.
So yeah. Plus, I've never heard anything bad about cranberry farmers.
Yeah.
Yeah. You boys are like low energy today. What's going on?
Well, we had a hard day.
What? You had a hard day? You just fucking played video games.
You don't even know. Man.
You didn't even watch the fireworks. It's 4th of July.
You don't even know the day we've had. So much.
It was your day off. You slept in and then you... Actually, I don't know if you slept in.
Yeah.
I did sleep a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, I got it.
Probably apples, because like it's a good. I like the
Apple.
yeah, the environment. Like it's not too hot.
You like... Then people think you hire Mexicans that are not legal.
Who gives a shit?
Yeah.
I'm just saying a stereotype.
Well, yeah. I could get some robots to do that.
Why don't you just fucking hire illegal Mexicans? That's what they're there for.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they're there for. They came here.
They came here for the
They
jobs.
came here
That's-
from
that's literally
Mexico
what they're here for.
to sit in a
Yeah.
Home Depot parking lot so that you could come and get some, like, off the books labor done. All right? That's how it happens. Okay.
I'm gonna say corn.
Corn.
I want to make mazes.
Oh, that's awesome.
Now, what stereotypes are associated with corn farmers? I have one in mind, but I would like to hear your opinions on what a corn farmer stereotype would be.
I don't have a single stereotype about any kind of farmer. Quite frankly,
I do.
Corn. Oh, those crop circles.
Oh, yeah, you could be like, it's crazy out here. There's a crop circle out in my corn.
Isn't that wheat?
No, it's corn.
Is it?
Corn's the traditional crop circle
Yeah,
crop,
'cause
isn't it?
it's- Yeah, because it's tall enough that you can't.
I'm
see
sure you
it.
could do it with wheat, but I think corn's probably better. But I was thinking there's a lot of like incesty stuff because it's like, we're on the corn farm. And there's a lot of weird like farmer...
I don't
See,
really know
I
any
don't-
of these
I don't-
stereotypes.
so-
Like,
That's my
I think you're
stereotype.
making these up.
Here's the thing. In media, I just think because like they always think a lot of corn farmers are like fucked up. Like there's a lot of horror.
Who said that?
I don't know. I forget the name of this. Like there's like corn farmers.
You're like keep in mind the stereotypes that come with certain kind of farmers. These are your stereotypes you just made up.
All right.
For you.
look up.
Corn farming stereotypes.
Yeah.
Let's see what we got.
Oh, also they're dumb. That's
Well, Lawrence tells us what kind of farm he has. Or did
cranberry.
you- yeah, you
Cranberry.
already-
Do you even call it like
What?
Would be it'd be like
stereotypes
a
are
cranberry
that, Lawrence?
cranberry field? That's why I said I couldn't think of any stereotypes for cranberry people.
I don't have any other things coming up.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
Modern Farmer Magazine, Minority Farmers, Not Your Stereotypical Farmer, Farmer's Life,
Ethanol, like I guess.
Corn
Maybe.
Farmer Stereotype.
Those fucking assholes care about the environment.
There's not a thing in here about corn farmers.
All right. That's my opinion then.
Yeah.
Okay, for instance, pig farmers, people would think they're maybe not so clean. That's a stereotype.
I would think that about any kind of farmer.
Yeah.
I would think that, especially about pigs. Especially about pigs, just because pigs are fucking like nasty. I roll my eyes at me. Your eyes at me.
Farm, you're gonna get dirty.
A pig's
I
roll.
will always say that everything you farm will make you dirty. Well, I'm not saying everything, but
what would
farming in general?
What is the cleanest crop?
What, you mean the one that you don't have to tend to at all, or what?
What like what?
You would come out
yeah, like what the cleanest? Yeah, if you had you'd be the cleanest boy when you're done. Orchard stuff, like you said, maybe apples aren't so dirty because you're not like in the dirt. You're just kind of
dig up a bulb.
Fucking, there's an apple. There's an apple.
Yeah.
I'm fucking up. I can't fucking think of anything else.
Yeah, no. I can't think of anything either.
I think
How much time are we at? What are we at?
we're only at 31 minutes, boys. We need more fucking talky talk. You guys are so low energy today, especially Charles. Jake just ate like a meal that's why he ate like 2 meals worth. For a normal person, he's probably feeling it right now.
He used to be fine with
Yeah,
that.
I know, but he's only been eating yogurts and...
Yeah, explain your diet.
I'm eating yogurts and peanuts right now.
Oh,
It's a cleanse.
It's not a cleanse if you just continue to eat them and eat them.
yogurt and peanut cleanse. No, I'm just dieting for yogurts and peanuts.
Is that a diet?
It is now. I made it one. It worked for me last time, so I'm doing it again.
Okay.
Got me in shape for the army, so I'm.
Do you remember your last question?
It was something about. I want to say it was like some animal thing. It was like an animal thing. I don't remember, man.
That goddamn falafel.
I know that it was like it was related to snakes because I was thinking of getting a snake.
Are you still on that train of I need a snake?
I'm getting a snake.
When are you getting a snake?
Well, my next check, I'm gonna buy all the stuff I need to like set up a terrarium, and then I'll just have the terrarium in there. So I'll be like,
how big of a cage
or
a tank do you need for that?
Well, I don't know. You can get you can fit them in like 20-gallon ones, but I'll see.
All right. Anyway, well,
He doesn't really need a whole lot of space.
your fucking question?
I don't know. I wanted to say it was like. Oh, okay. I don't think this is what it was, but I'm changing that out because it's something I could think of. So like, if you could command any animal, like any like type of animal,
like a bunch of them.
yeah. Like if you had the ability to like.
Command an animal.
Yeah, or like it could be like any like animal in the like immediate family of said animals. So like rodents or like or like small fish or like large fish. So you had to like separate them.
And what, Charles? What would you? A lot of choices here. A lot of choices.
Yeah.
That's not what my question was, but I forgot what it was.
It would have to be something that would be useful in most environments, most places.
Well, I was thinking insects.
Mm-hmm.
How fucking insane would that be? Maybe just ants. All the ants in the world are at your fucking...
That'd be kind of cool.
That'd be insane, because the thing is, you could just... They'd rip
ants.
down buildings and stuff, because there's so many ants. You could be like, ants, tear down this building, or ants, build this. And then be like...
Uh-huh.
That would be cool.
That's pretty sick. But the problem is then you couldn't really do anything in the water. Or in the sky.
That's
But then you could...
Not an issue.
Yeah.
That'd be sick. You'd be like, ants, build a fucking bridge across everything. And they would just tirelessly build a bridge across the fucking, like, to Europe. Let's go, ants.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And
Just die along the way.
Yeah, just fucking...
Going into part of the building.
Yeah. Be like the most
spot.
tireless slaves ever.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be pretty broken.
That'd be cool, though.
Yeah. Oh, shit. You know, it'd be also. You know what? No, I don't know. The answer's really cool, but there's like all the crows to pick up spare change for you. Then you just be rich.
They'd also bring you a whole bunch of worthless shit.
That's true.
Like, you get nails and bottle caps mixed in there.
Well, they just drop them into an auto sorter.
An auto sorter?
Some machine that sorts.
Yeah.
Or you could just have separate crows sort them out. Like, okay, put the long...
What the smart... Okay, so we get the dumbass crows to bring everything that's shiny back, and then we get the smarter crows on the assembly line to pick out the individual.
Yeah, there you go.
And, What? Wait, what the fuck? I'm sticking with my ants idea, though.
Mm-hmm.
I like the ants.
Fucking ants.
Yeah, I think rats wouldn't be a good one. Or would be a good one, too, yeah.
Yeah, I was
They're
thinking
smart
like,
enough.
I was thinking
Mm-hmm.
like rats or mice.
Well, what would you have them do?
I don't know. There's something like swarm shit and spread plague.
What?
Wow, I didn't expect
That's
that.
pretty
answer.
fucking nefarious.
It'd be like
Just spread the bubonic plague.
it'd be such a great like
Well, then
villain.
it's like that's a moral thing.
Just rats overcome like countries and just kill everything.
Yeah.
White people and then just fucking move to the next town. And then everyone dies.
Well, like, what the fuck?
Start with the doctors.
Yeah.
So here's the thing, though, with rats, I think, like, it's easier to safeguard against rats than it is ants. Mm-hmm. So once, like, the people know, it's like, fucking Jake's rats are coming, like, they'd be able to just
start flooding their own homes.
yeah, like, just whatever, anything to stop like, to give the fucking next town over bubonic fucking plague. We're all dead.
But at the same time, it's pretty hard to safeguard against rats, like, completely. Because they can come in from anywhere, too.
They can go into the sewers.
Get rat paratroopers.
Yeah.
You know about the World War II bats that had fire bombs on them?
Yeah, you've told me this story a lot.
Jake know about that?
Well, go ahead, it's a good
Do you know? Have I told you about
I
this?
don't think so.
So they just had like, I think it was for Japan, like when the U.S. was like, how are we going to destroy these Japanese cities without bombing them? Be more efficient or whatever the fuck. They had these bats that they would put little like incendiary bomb things on their leg. And then they drop them in, like, I guess they were maybe, like, anesthetized?
Anesthetized.
Yeah.
Anesthetized.
They were
Anesthetized?
they were put to
Some
sleep.
anesthesia.
Yes.
Yeah.
They were asleep. And then and they drop them down from, like, a bomber and, like, a bunch of them. And the bomber kind of, like, low altitude, like, drops them. Mm-hmm. And then the bats freak out. Because it's in the middle of the day or whatever, and they go fly into the roofs, or like the rafters of Japanese wooden buildings. Because like the big old wooden cities and everything. And then they're like, this is how we would burn down the thing. Because after a while, like the thing would activate and set whatever the fuck on fire. So.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Alright. Well, going on with the animal theme, I guess, that we've been having all podcast.
Bobcast.
Podcast.
Here's the
Bobcast.
The Bobcast.
Yeah. What animal would you uplift? Like, uplifting, like, to...
You mean like to
sentience?
Yeah.
intelligence?
Mm-hmm.
Are they as smart as us or smarter?
That's smart. We'll just say.
Like another race.
Just any animal?
another viable race.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. As much as I would like to see gorillas walking around in suits.
I would love that.
Like,
I would love that.
look, I'm going to work. I have equal rights. They're like, we haven't gotten that far yet, gorilla. We're not even that far yet with our own species, gorilla. Calm down. I don't know. I would want something that can't reproduce. Like, fuck, if you had, like, rats, like human rats, like smart, they'd just be fucking too many rats. And then they'd be like, we'll take over from here, humans.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Mm-hmm. I think I'd go with something aquatic like crabs, because they could They have potential to, they could actually use their claws to manipulate anything for tools and stuff in the water.
Well, do you think they're going to be hostile to us? Because we kind of eat a lot of them. They're going to...
Well, you wouldn't uplift all the crabs, would you? Like, there could still be some, like, retarded
Wait, are you
crabs.
talking about, like, a certain crab? Like, this one crab, it's like, let's make him... He ascended to fuck... And then he just, like... He wouldn't even be able to talk because he's a crab. He'd be like... You're looking back and forth.
No, like one species of crab. Like,
Just one species of crab.
mm-hmm.
Those big fucking, like
Like the Japanese spider crabs.
Yes, those exactly.
Well, they're at the bottom of the sea. What are they gonna do?
Big Japanese spider crabs.
They just like he just wakes up and he's like, "Where the fuck am I?
I'm a crab.
I'm a crab.
giant.
It's dark down here, real dark. Gotta eat some shit."
Yeah. Like, I can see him like using rocks to, I don't know, carve out like a complex tunnel system down underground or something in the water.
That's true because they wouldn't. They might be as smart as us, but the thing is, what we have over them is we have history and culture, and we.
Plus, yeah.
It'd be interesting
Mm-hmm.
because like they're smart, but they don't know anything yet. I don't know, Jake. What do you think?
I'd pick moles.
Moles?
Mm-hmm.
Why moles?
Because they're cool and they'd be blind. Start their own underground businesses.
That's what you wanted for?
They're gonna compete.
You
with
just
the
you
human
did like
markets.
the moles. You'd be like, "Hey, mole, your people have been ascended by me to create small underground shops."
They're gonna
And they're like, I guess God, like, because then
You're gonna have your own civilization down there.
they wouldn't question anything, and then after a while,
some worms.
they'd rebel. They'd be like, "You're a false god."
I wouldn't make them do anything. There wouldn't be nothing to rebel against.
Well, they would though, because if there are intelligence, they'll find a reason to
I'm
rebel.
not suppressing them.
Well, they'll rebel anyway.
I just say, okay, do your thing, and
They'll
then leave.
form radical splinter groups within their own merchant groups.
There'd be a war going on.
Yeah. You created World War III and it's under our feet.
It's a trade war.
It's a trade war.
Turns
out they're just very...
They can't compete with mole business.
What's their currency?
Worms, I guess.
Worms?
No, there's
They
plenty
just-
of stuff that they can find in the ground that's valuable.
That's true. But, like, is it plentiful enough to be like...
Well, think about it. All the ore that we get comes from the ground.
Yeah, but it's locked in rocks.
Well, some moles would be miners.
How would they know? By taste?
I don't.
Well, if they've got human intelligence, they'll find a way to get to it.
Maybe they'll
The
create
thing is
some
also-
technology that can.
I wonder...
Some little Einstein mole will come up with
How would their
something else.
language develop?
Maybe
Because, like,
they'll
they
learn how to
can't...
make a pickaxe, like the basic...
How would they communicate? Because I know that moles can squeak. Do you think they just squeak language?
Probably.
Mm-hmm.
Create language.
Yeah.
Perhaps multiple languages.
How about something like really worthless?
Or
that-
they could do like some kind of scratching thing, and then that would be their language.
Or they
Like always
communicate
bring
through smell.
a piece of root and then like scratch it like in a rhythmic fashion to communicate.
Like Morse code for moles?
Yeah.
It's weird. I don't know. What about like slugs?
Dude, that'd be sick.
What would they do?
My first spore race was slugs.
Uh-huh.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I don't even remember what mine was.
You know, funnily enough, mine were called the Jerrys.
Nice.
This is before all the other stuff. But
It was really hard for me to beat the tribal stage with slugs. I'll tell you that much.
Uh-huh.
they not have arms.
Yeah. No, they had arms. They had arms but no legs.
You know, Spore, I wish Spore was better. I like that game.
It's a pretty fucking good game.
I think they could revisit it
It's
today
only like
and make it better.
a three-part game though.
Yeah, it's.
It was limited.
You don't even really count like the cell stage because that's like a little like it's like 5
The
minutes.
cell stage is
Yeah.
awesome.
The cell stage is badass.
Doesn't
I'm
make any-
not discounting it.
It doesn't
it's
make
really
any
short.
fucking sense, but it's
It's
awesome.
just really short. Spore's a great game.
I don't know, man. I feel like it'd be a bad idea to bring any other creatures to our intelligence.
Yeah, you can choose not to. I mean, yeah.
I think it'd be cool to have like squid, because they're already pretty smart.
But they're so soft.
Not really. They can fuck you up. Their little beaks and your tentacles. That's why I said the beaks, because beaks are scary, dude. To get snapped by a
When
goddamn
we
beak.
had a dead octopus and we were getting ready to cook it, Lawrence was popping the beak out and it scared me screaming for bit.
I shrieked like a bitch.
Yeah.
It was fun.
But squids can't really do anything. Like, they can't hold anything.
Yeah, they can.
They totally could.
They got fucking tentacles.
Yeah,
Wrap
but
around
nothing. Yeah, they can wrap around it, but they can't really manipulate it and
Yeah,
move
they
it in a
can.
certain way.
Well, if they here's the thing, they already are very social. So if
Yeah.
they all work together,
Hmm.
they could fucking do stuff.
But they don't have the muscles for, like, fine motor.
What are you talking about? They could they can just grab it and suction it and jet this way, and another squid could hold something else and whatever, they could put it together. They can control their suction cups. I think you're not giving enough fucking credit to squids, Charlie.
I think squids have a chance.
Yeah, I
think so.
what would you think about an octopus then? Because they're same kind of
Yeah.
family, and octopus can do a lot of shit too. I think you're shitting on squids. I don't think you gave them a fair shake here.
Well, they don't have enough.
Plus, they have built-in ink that they can fucking just when they know how to make pens and shit. They'll be like, "Dude, my own ink."
It's like their own stamp.
Yeah, it'd be sick.
Oh yeah, that'll be like their wax seal. They just
Yeah,
have
like
their
all
own
the squid
Oh,
pens
shit.
are just like empty just because you ink it.
Well, the problem is though,
You're
like
expected to ink as
there's
you
so many
write.
like unforeseen things. Like squid don't live very long, and if you gave them human intelligence, like I'm gonna fucking die in like a month.
Well, the
Ah!
thing is, like, it'd just be like their lifespan, like when there was like, oh, humans like encounter alien races that live like way longer than us. They're always like, oh, you guys don't live very long, like 100 years or whatever. It'd be like the same, it'd just be like our relationship to squid. It's like they wouldn't realize how short they live. They just think we live forever. You know what I mean? They just think we live through like several generations.
I still think.
Yeah, they'd realize eventually, like, oh wow, this human's like lived like
He knew my great grandpa.
like 40 years
Yeah.
already.
Yeah, it's like we only
It's
usually live to
ridiculous.
4 to 6
It's
months.
like 6 generations ago. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think it's a good idea. Maybe like a plant. How about a plant?
Plant.
A fucking
Uplifting a plant.
a bean sprout. Him and his all his other bean sprout fucking friends. They all know
Now
something.
you can slaughter them all, and
Yeah.
then we'll be able to put them
They're like they're sentient.
they're screaming in their plant. It's genocide.
Except they wouldn't do anything. It'd
They
be the
can't,
exact
because
same
they're
thing.
bean
Yeah.
And you just never know.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you just make all the bean sprouts sentient, and then like
Would you feel guilty
You
though,
just
killing a sentient bean sprout?
So you know for a fact they're sentient now.
You
It just turns out all plants are sentient, but this one specifically now we know.
you just don't tell humans. And then, like, whenever you see them, like, harvesting it, I know. I know they're suffering.
like-
Like, what?
Eating some
It's horrible.
free holates.
Yeah. Just like go to the store, see all the beans. Like these ones aren't quite dead yet.
Like the farmer that like, does the bean sprouts, like, I don't know why, but that guy likes to watch me like, harvest. It's
Like,
weird.
like in the car just masturbating.
I love watching them suffer, knowing that I'm the only one that understands.
You can do that now. Yeah. sounds like you've thought about this a lot.
Oh, so that's what that stain was in his car.
Yeah, just fucking just jizz stains from all the plant watching he
Yeah,
does.
exactly.
All right.
Oh, man.
What about these guys? These little fish? Would you give them? I feel like if I gave them human intelligence,
They wouldn't be able to do anything with it.
Just swim around in a tank can be like.
well, they'd be a lot more interactive, I think. But then I'd be like, I feel bad because then they're human smart, but they're in a little tank. They'd be like,
Because you don't feel
Even
bad
if
for
they
them now
had
because they
room,
just
what
get.
yeah,
would
because
they
they're
do?
real dumb.
They explore the entire tank
Yeah.
multiple times in their
Yeah, but even if they had like all the room in the world, what would they do with human intelligence if like all they have is fins?
swim.
I think you're underestimating what these animals can do, Charles.
I'm underestimating what the fish can do.
At school of these fucks?
I don't think I'm underestimating.
A school of these fucks? Do you think they couldn't do anything?
They'd swim at you and get in your pores.
Well, it's
Not
not
your
about
pores, but your mouth and-
killing anything. Like they can't develop any technology. With,
What
like
are you
that.
talking about, man?
Oh yeah.
They can move grains
yeah.
in their
Move grains of
mouths.
sand.
Yeah. One
And
at a
then
time.
Make what out of that?
Like that's how they start. I don't know. Think about it. Like, how did a fucking human start to make a fucking like circuit board or anything?
Well, first they had fire, which fish can't do, and then they moved on from that to smelt the metal.
Yeah. Well, I mean, then the fish would have found their own progression of technology. I think that you're just fucking shitting on these animals and not giving them a chance.
I'm gonna shit on the fish. I don't think.
And when they fucking rise up, they'll look at me and they'll be like, "You believed in us."
I think the fish are worthless.
No.
Yep.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, especially those fish.
Like the little tiny fish like that, I think they're fucking worthless.
What are you talking? A school of these guys can do fucking anything.
Worthless.
No, they can't do
They
anything.
communicate with some Thai farmer and be like, "Oh," and then he'd go tell his wife or something, and then they'd fucking communicate and they'd work together and they could build something. They could build something out of plants.
What's the Thai farmer?
Yeah, the
Because
Thai
they
farmer
can't
will
do
build
shit.
What are you talking about? If they got like fucking plant, they can build things. All right.
With what?
Yeah, they move
With
little
their
grains of sand and make a
mouths.
pile of sand.
They can fucking take a bite of the plant and then they can just like build stuff. They can bite it and then they can like move it as a team together and fucking weave a basket. You underestimate the fish.
Fish are worthless.
Yeah, and what are they gonna do with a basket, huh?
Oh my god. It's like the first step to dwellings. And then it's just like, what did you immediately, a caveman would just like, let's fucking go on the internet. Come on, like a caveman, it took him a while. These guys...
Speaking of, if we brought a caveman kid into the modern 21st century,
Like how
would they
we
be
have
able
to,
to...
they'd have to be pretty young
Yeah.
because they go through the developmental thing. But yeah, I don't know if I vouch for the fish.
I think the fish are worthless.
I'm against the fish 100%.
What are you guys doing? Stop watching videos. Okay.
That's pretty badass.
So
And then the response.
could you, Charles? What's more worthless than a fish then,
More worthless than a fish?
in your eyes? Because I think this is pretty good. I think the fish are gonna do stuff.
That's pretty tough. What is more worthless than a fish?
Would you?
Fish
would
is
you,
like pretty bottom
Would
of the
you
barrel.
draw the? Would you,
I would agree. Fish are the worst.
okay. At what size would you consider them to be able to do shit?
Well, at all sizes, because like, what can they do?
What about
all
sharks?
They have is the mouth.
Fucking sharks that are smart as humans?
Yeah.
You don't think they could do anything?
What are they gonna do? Like grind the things with their teeth to just the right length so
Oh
they
my
can go
god.
together?
They could fucking hunt us and steal our shit.
Not if you don't go in the water.
Look at all the things that they could, like all the fucking stuff lost in the ocean. They could build that shit together.
Build
Wait,
it how?
Because they could fucking figure it out, man. They're smart as humans. We got all this technology on the bottom of the goddamn ocean floor. Of course, they'd start
How
out
are
with
they
shitty
moving
stuff.
it? With their mouth?
With their mouths, they're fucking sharks. They're massive.
No. I think it's dumb. I think it's like
I think it's just completely
You
ridiculous.
guys, I don't know.
And then it's like even okay, like let's give them a fucking shake of the leg. They build some shit, and they still can't come out of the water. What are you gonna do? Is fucking leave them?
They fucking
They're gonna make like suits with water in it, like fucking like pilot the suit on the land and fight us.
How are
Just
they gonna-
break it and they fucking drown in the air.
Okay, here how about
They're
this?
worthless.
Plus, they wouldn't be able to check it, like make it waterproof with
and
the
that's
teeth.
that's giving it a pretty fucking
What
wide
about-
berth. They could do that.
What they have the ability to fucking if they had a control panel, they could control a robot.
Okay, but how are they building that control panel?
Well, they get the technology from fucking sunken ships.
Okay, but how are they building it? I understand that they have the technology, but how do they build it?
How do they make more?
With their fucking shark mouths.
No! No!
You know what? You know for a fucking fact that Carl Pilkington would agree with me.
Carl Pilkington's a
Is
known
that an
idiot.
authority?
He's a celebrity for being a goddamn idiot.
I think you guys are underestimating every single animal that you
He's
could give.
literally famous for being an idiot. That's
All
why
right.
he's famous.
Name some. Okay, if not as useless as any fucking fish. Okay, what about a fucking what a dolphin? You think a dolphin be useless too?
Pretty much. Because, like, it's the same limitation. All they have is their mouth.
What about a walrus? Would a walrus be useless?
I think a walrus is also worthless, but I think that the walrus, because the walrus, like, its fins are more like he could, I don't know, he could fold it.
Walruses are pretty useless, but,
yeah.
just because they can go on land,
and they
they've
have
got
tusks.
an advantage over
And
the
they have
fish.
tusks. I'm not saying they're useful.
What's a tusk gonna be doing?
Not saying they're useful.
You can't really use it as a weapon.
Not saying they're useful.
The tusks
Just saying I
can be
think they're
used
more
as a
useful
tool
than fish.
a lot better than just a mouth.
Right. Right. Yeah.
But a
You
fish.
can use it to carve shit.
Here's the thing, a fish can move easily in the water, just because it's more maneuverable, the medium.
But it can't go to land, and it can't use tools.
It can't use anything that you can find on land.
Its mouth is the tool.
Yeah,
And it's
that's not a
easily
great tool.
manipulatable around, because you can fucking swim around with like all the directional things that a fish has. Like its fucking fins everywhere. It can move up or down.
Yeah,
Fucking side to
Why
side.
won't
Can
you let
move up
this
and
go? Why won't you let
So
this
can a
go?
walrus.
Because I'm fucking right. Okay, what animal? Okay, let's give chimps fucking human intelligence. That's a threat.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, it is.
Of
Okay,
course it
at
is.
what
We
point do
agree
we?
on that.
What point do we fucking think that they're not a threat according to you
They
guys?
instantly lose a good chunk of credibility as soon as they lose the thumbs.
But dogs.
Yeah.
How about dogs?
Not saying like I'm not saying they're useless now. I mean like dogs could still do shit, less shit than chimps, but they could still do some shit.
Yeah. Like. Yeah, dogs are pretty poor at that. But I think crabs would even be more threatening than dogs because the claws can actually do things.
Yeah, and birds, like birds have precision. With like they still also only have like beaks and like
What is
their
it?
feet. Like they're but they can use like feet and beaks, and their beaks are very precision tools.
Yeah.
Any marine animal that you would consider
Because
a threat.
the thing that birds can do, they can hold something down with their feet and then use their beak.
Right.
A fish can do that with help. Another fish holds it down. Other fish fucking uses his mouth.
That's a big, hindrance though, because.
They're already community minded if they're fish. A schooling fish.
Mm-hmm. But it also doesn't have the precision of.
What are you talking about? These guys are so precise.
How many of them do you think it would take to carve just an X on a rock?
They'd have to use tools together.
How many? How many are you using to carve this X? How many?
20 fish with a little rod could start carving a fucking thing.
20 fish should do a simple task.
And it takes
Well, there's hundreds of them in a school. I don't know why you guys are shitting on me so much.
worthless.
They're not. I fucking think that the fish could do it. You guys are
And
shit.
that's why you're overruled.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I'm gonna talk to other people, but not like I'm not gonna like this. But I mean this as for me, just because I'll be like, what do you think?
Yeah. And you can report back to us, see what other people say. I want to know how many.
There's
people actually
fucking
think-
Juarez. So Juarez, what do you think?
I see what Juarez thinks about you bringing that up as a topic.
I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah.
I don't have enough time anyway. But what point? What marine animal would you think poses a threat? Fucking octopus?
Octopus.
Well, what would an octopus do that would fucking?
They can manipulate tools better.
I think octopus are still a little too weak.
What are you talking about? Super
They
strong.
definitely
They're
come out of the
fucking
water,
super
which is still a
strong.
huge.
An octopus fucking opens up a fucking clam, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think octopuses are pretty solid, except for the fact they can't come out of the water.
They can come out of the water for short amounts of time.
Yeah.
Yeah, but not for like enough time to do a reasonable amount of work.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? They can be out for like 20 minutes.
And then
Longer
after
than
back in
that, a
the
couple
water-
hours. Then they can go back in the water. All they need to do is just keep wet. What about
I'd say octopus are relatively solid.
what about sea anemones?
Worthless.
Yeah,
Do
no.
you think they're worthless?
Uh-huh. And clams and oysters and all that stuff.
Those are all worthless.
Clams and oysters have those tongues that they can fucking do stuff with.
Nope.
They can push things.
They can close
They can
their
clamp
shell.
on things.
I stand by no animal is worth unless it's like a fucking plant. But no animal is worthless if it has human intelligence. It could fucking do a lot of shit. You guys are just fucking.
We're not getting anywhere with that, so.
I just wonder, like, what's
Well, I'm still thinking.
okay? You're still thinking.
I'm still thinking about like what would be more worthless than a fish, or like
A
what
slug.
what would be worthwhile.
A fucking slug. Wouldn't a slug be more
Slug, yeah,
worthless than a
worthless.
fish?
Slugs would be more worthless than fish. Like even in my like spore world, I had to give them arms.
It's a video game. There's nothing
That's what I'm saying. Is that like to make them useful, I had to give them arms.
What about a butterfly?
Butterflies, yeah.
They have 6 legs though. I mean, like, and I'm not saying they can manipulate much, but I'm saying that they have the appendages. They have to like make things on like a micro.
I think
scale.
butterflies would be
They're pretty
sick.
fragile, though.
They are super fragile.
I don't know. I don't think butterflies are.
I think they're more useful than fish.
What about okay?
Comparing two.
What about?
Yes.
See, the
Yeah.
thing is, I'm accounting for the fact that humans would help
Why would they help?
because
Yeah,
it's
well,
so if
like,
it's
humans
widespread,
help, then
all
it's
the
like
fish.
They're practically doing it for the fish.
Right, because you're like, oh yeah, you talk to this Thai farmer guy and they could build stuff. So like the Thai farmer's building stuff for the fish. So it's not the fish doing things.
Well, they give it like
It's
okay.
the Thai farmer doing things.
All right, I'm not gonna win this argument with you guys.
Yeah, find someone weaker to win.
Find it weaker.
It'd be slugs. I think it'd be the only thing worse than fish.
What about a mite? Like a fucking a lice.
Well, lice.
How about a goddamn amoeba, huh?
What are you trying to do?
I'm just
Yes,
saying.
an amoeba would be worthless.
What are you talking about?
Amoebas? I think amoebas would be fucking too OP.
What's your reason behind that?
Because I mean, like, if they're fucking like amoebas, and they can just like, because they can like manipulate their body shapes and shit.
You think an amoeba would be more worth something than a fish? Yeah. What? That doesn't make it easy. Why? Why they can't do it? They can't move.
I don't know, man.
Here's my thought about amoebas: is if they could communicate with other amoebas, then they could just fucking. They could kill things together. They could breed more nasty viruses.
I mean,
and
yeah,
stuff.
okay, then they could be
Fucking
a threat,
bacteria.
but, like, they wouldn't get technology or whatever.
Yeah.
I think these fish could fucking kill things that
Like-
we rely on.
Like I was thinking about like.
That could be a threat to us.
Yeah.
They could fucking kill whatever we eat.
That's not on land.
Mm-hmm.
They kill the Japanese people.
Yeah, they
Yeah. They could do that. But then again, Japanese could just import stuff. It's not like...
Yeah, it's not.
Well,
Well, it would
stop.
cause a crisis, though. That's the thing, because Asia, just in general, relies a lot on the sea.
Yeah.
And if they start killing all the fucking life out there, then they'll be like, oh no.
Then
Oh
start
no,
having
we'll
to eat
just
the
have
fish.
to eat rice.
Yeah, or we'll just have to eat the fish. Start killing the fish and eating them.
But they would move away from the areas where they wouldn't be able to be caught as easily because they're smart as humans.
Right.
Mm-hmm. But that doesn't mean they can't be caught. It's like humans, they fall for dumb shit all the time.
I'm just saying. It'd be a little harder, really a lot harder to catch a fish. Because they'd be like, don't eat the hook. I'm like, all right, I won't fucking go after the hook. All right, just don't make, you see the net there? Don't go into the net.
All the fucking young rebel fish would be like, fuck you. Fuck you, society, fish society.
Yeah, well then they
I'm
see
gonna
it,
do
and
that.
then they see it, and then they
They
like,
get eaten.
Yeah, and then they'll like play chicken with the net. Like, oh shit.
Oh, dude, fucking, you're so close. Dude, fucking touch the net, dude. Dude, fucking come back to society, dude. Come back to the fucking school, man. That's not, like, I know you're trying to be a badass, but don't fucking do that. That's not cool.
it gets taken away. Well, then everyone learns a valuable lesson after it gets taken away.
Yeah, and eaten by the Japanese people.
The Japanese people.
Yeah, the one fish for the whole boat of.
The whole fucking island of Japan. There you go.
You get the one stupid fish.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what are there any useless mammals other than, I guess, whales and stuff that you think? Koalas would be useful.
Yes.
Bears.
Bears would be useful.
And why would you say a bear would be useful? They don't really have opposable thumbs.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah, opposable thumbs is a big downside.
yeah, that's what I said earlier. It's like
Not having.
you
those.
lose the opposable thumbs and you lose a lot. But
What about the fucking bears, man?
like, I put
Like
bears on a similar role as dogs, aside from the fact that they're just bigger and stronger.
Mm-hmm.
Like the same usefulness and like adaptability.
What about monkeys,
They're just-
like little old world monkeys
Bigger and stronger versions.
that
Old
have
world monkeys.
with their tails, really
Like
good,
lemurs?
really strong manipulatable tails.
Like lemurs?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's just another upside along with like their
Yeah,
hands.
that'd be a bonus.
I think they'd be
It'd
more.
even better.
They probably develop faster than us.
Probably.
Frogs. Because they can live on land and water.
They can.
Yeah, still pretty shitty though.
They can't manipulate things. They got webbed feet.
Mm-hmm.
What are you talking about? They manipulate things. Kick shit out of the way, man.
That's not fine motor.
It is.
manipulation.
Kick slowly. What about
Slowly.
a snake?
That's pretty useless. Yeah.
What are you talking about? They can fucking wrap around shit.
I don't like snakes. I don't know. Like,
You're gonna tell me snakes are worthless?
Yeah.
A colony of snakes that could grab each other and fucking manipulate stuff together is worthless.
they could make like a chain.
Exactly. They grab onto each other.
Yeah. You tell like.
It'd be hard for them to like manipulate things, though. Like manipulate technology or like pilot things.
Well, they do
What
it.
if you tell like 20 people that, okay, I need you all to do something, but you can only use one finger each, and like.
What are you talking about?
That's what he's talking about. Like, we all have human intelligence, so let's
Uh-huh.
say that humans are all put on the same task, and they all have to work together, but they'll only have a small aspect of doing it.
Well,
which is
you're
what
assuming
saying.
that the human.
Which is what you're saying the fish should be able to do. The
Yeah.
fish,
Well,
Like,
you're
all these
here's
other
the thing. You're
animals are doing.
assuming that in this world, like you're assuming that the human. So you're saying the human only has the finger.
No. We're saying that the animals only have the one item to use. Like, we're saying that fish only has the one mouth. So we're limiting humans to one finger. So, like, we're putting them on the same par as the same tool
Yeah.
level as a fish.
If you had one finger to do everything with, you'd still be
So-
able to do a lot of shit.
No. That's not the point, Lawrence. That's not the point at all.
What do you?
The point is this. There's 20 people
Yeah.
Everybody says only use one finger. Now all of you together do this, like, complicated task.
Yeah, what about it?
It would not get done.
What are you talking about?
Like, there would never be the 20 people all are like, oh, we fucking know exactly what we're doing, guys. Everybody's gonna do their job correctly, and we're gonna fucking not fuck off, and we're gonna get the job
Well, this is
done.
coming from a. Hold on. This is coming from a cynical manager of minimum wage employees.
No, you can't even swing a hammer with like that.
Yeah. It's not gonna happen, man. It's not gonna happen. I know you have high hopes for the fish.
It's
not gonna happen.
Just like your mind is never gonna be changed, my mind's never gonna be changed.
Yeah. I mean, we could have come to that conclusion a long time ago,
Yeah.
but...
By the way, we're at 70 minutes.
All right.
That's it then.
Yeah, that's a good... We spent like a good 30 minutes on this thing.
I strongly believe that any animal with any sort of intelligence...
we strongly believe you're wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Moving on. Next time we suck some dicks. Bye.
No, Jake, give a real outro. Don't just fucking get up and go. You're the outro guy.
Am I the outro guy?
Yeah, you're the outro
Next
guy.
time we will talk about some other weird things, and we'll all argue about it.
Uh-huh.
Like we
and it
usually
won't
do.
be all about uplifting animals.
We went animal themes.
It was an animal theme this time,
Yeah,
wasn't
it
it?
was animal
This
themed.
episode's called The Triumvirate Go Wild.
Wow. Hog wild.
Alright. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.